Y'all boys better duck. Drake about to drop Iceman.
Happy holidays to everybody. Much love. I'm going on the last recording trip. I know what you're waiting on, like I said, so, you know, I'm about to finish that shit up and then we'll get to it. And there's plenty to talk about. We'll talk about it. But much love. Iceman coming soon. Y'all boys better duck, get out the way.
And it better be like that because niggas been waiting.
Hey, or stay right here, stay right here, stay right here. That's how I've been. Don't move, don't do nothing. Just stay right there, just like that. Back. Anyway.
What's up, words? Your boy Challz Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. Keep sending those Cashaps to CLBMG. Join that membership, and all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. Your boy Drake talking his shit. He talking his tough talk, gang. He said, listen, y'all boys better duck. Iceman coming, gang. I don't believe him, but we'll see. I told you, I think Drake been recording this Iceman thing since 2024, and he still ain't catching the vibe. I don't think he believes it himself. You see him on the stream, he looked kind of low-key like he twisted off something. He smoked some, drank some, got him a little buzzed, right? And he's talking his shit. He said, listen, y'all boys better duck. He busting shots, he busting air shots in the camera. Man, this stuff don't look good, but to a Drake fan, this is lovely. I don't know who's watching the stream, but somebody was impressed with this. So let's talk about it. I feel like where we're getting at is we're getting closer to a release that Drake is deathly afraid of happening. I don't feel that he feels confident with what he has going on. He's playing snippets on the stream, and he's done 3 Iceman episodes, claiming that there's a 4th one coming for God knows what reason. End of the day, the first 3 streams are awful. I've done videos on all 3 streams. For the average fan, they're God tough to get through, cringe-worthy, and just literally boring. Cashapp and others have, and that's a young kid, let alone the older heads like myself. We're like, gang, we got to work in the morning. What the hell? What we still watching this shit for? But for some people, I told you, my brother-in-law said he loved episode 3. So some of the Drake fans are excited about it. And I feel like, I mean, you got a right to be excited, but I just haven't seen enough for you to really be excited about, right? Let's just be honest. My brother-in-law, he sent me the, soon as it dropped, he sent it to the group chat, the 21 Savage and Drake, the new single, right? And he sent it to the group chat immediately. the response in the group chat, I don't think it was what he was expecting, right? So we did get that. We got that kind of, it dropped on us, and it's not doing what you would expect it to do. The stuff that Drake has been dropping lately, it's not having the same effect. It's hitting differently, and we're not as receptive, I believe, as he would be hoping. So he went on this stream. He did a stream last night. Again, I told you that my brother-in-law is the biggest Drake fan. So we got into a conversation about the streaming. And I had told him, because I didn't know that Drake had came back to Kick, but I had told him that Drake had quit Kick. He had quit Stake. Remember, he got mad. He puffed out. He started pouting because he didn't get reimbursed for some of his gambling debts. So what they do is they gamble their own money first, then Stake will reimburse them. They turn in their reports, right? Whatever amount they gamble for that week or month, right? Whatever it is, you know how you do your travel expenses at the end of the month. You turn that into HR, and then they put a request into payroll, and then payroll will reimburse you. They'll send you cut you a check, or they'll add it into your check, whatever your travel expenses was. So I guess Drake had turned in his report about whatever he had gambled that month, and they had an issue with his accounting, whatever the amount was. They didn't pay him. This is not alleged. There was a Zoom call. I did a video about it. I don't know why they put this Zoom call. It was an open Zoom call with the owner of Stake, Drake. I believe it was Aiden Ross. I believe Party Next Door. He got Party Next Door gig, a side gig, gambling on Stake, and a couple other people, right? I don't know, was it XQC? I don't know who it was, but a couple other people were on this Zoom call, and they were going back and forth about the issues within the company. And homeboy told him in no uncertain terms, yeah, you guys being on this stream right now, having a blast and kumbaya right now and key that's all cool, but you guys ain't doing enough to promote this company. And I think you need to get more people in your chats and in your live streams. And it kind of offended them, right? And he's the boss, right? He wants effective freaking work. He don't want you sitting around all day drinking Chablis talking about what you gonna do, right? So he told her, listen, I love you guys, but you got to do more. So they got to kind of offended. So with that being said, and then Drake not getting all his money paid back, and all this came out. Drake was in the chats himself talking about, yo, the guy ain't this and the guy ain't that. So I'm not making this up. This is not conjecture. This was Drake on words. This is how we know. So apparently after all that happened and Drake had quit back, I want to say in August, right? Yeah, he was supposed to have a deal streaming on Kick, supposed to have a deal playing on Stake. He hadn't done nothing. So my brother-in-law, we were talking about it, and he's the one that sent me right from Drake's page that Drake was, I think it was the night before last week, he was back gambling on Stake. Now he's back. He's doing his job, Kick and Stake, and he did a live stream. I was like, oh shit, you telling me something I didn't know because it had just happened. So he's the one that told me that. So he's a big fan. So now I guess Drake is back streaming and he went back on live. So let me talk about this. I have an article. We can learn together what's really going on. Drake's final Iceman update comes with a blunt warning to the industry by Alexander Cole. This was on hotnewhiphop.com, HNHH, right? Drake was streaming again with Ben the Don last night, and it led to a revelation about his new album, Iceman. Anytime Drake has a new album in the works, you know it's going to be a big story. The last time we got a solo Drizzy project, it was back in 2023 with For All the Dogs. So Drake ain't dropping a solo joint since 2023. This is going to be, if he don't drop it before the year's out, it's going to be 3 years that he went solo. Let me continue. Since that time, he has had a public feud with Kendrick Lamar and a decent enough collaborative project with Party Next Door. The fans want Iceman to be a career-defining project. While the first few singles from the album have proven to be a tad bit disappointing, to say the least, right? There is no denying that Drake is looking to deliver. He has reverted back into the studio, and his most recent snippets suggest a comeback is in full effect. We have been able to hear some of those snippets on his Kick live streams with his good friend Ben the Don. That said, there is still one very pressing question right now. When is the album dropping? So I'm telling you, I think he's been sitting on this. He keeps making music. Yeah, he's just making music, but the music is coming out mid by all accounts and his own accounts, because if it wasn't coming out mid, he would have already gave you a 10-piece, 13-piece. He would have dropped Iceman months ago, gang. He was supposed to drop it back when they told What's the Dirt he was going to drop it, and What's the Dirt got burnt. They told What's the Dirt he's going to have new music. What's the Dirt got burnt again. So What's the Dirt is kind of getting tired of getting burnt, and Akademiks tired of getting burnt. He's not announcing things anymore either. They'll say this, that, and the third, but the actual release of this thing, I think it's on the whim. I think it's when one day he just wakes up one day with a bowl of Cheerios or whatever and just decide, okay, you know what, hit send, let's go, right? I think they're waiting on him, but I think he's feeling his heart. He doesn't know which way to go with this thing, because you got all this hip-hop coming out. This year's been a lot of hard records, the Clips, Freddie Gibbs, all this stuff. GNX still selling regardless of contrary to popular belief. GNX, I think, just went 3 times platinum, gang. I don't know if y'all know that. A lot of you people still talking about, you thinking it's boss, this, that, and the third. End of the day, he got a lot of physicals that sold, so he's on the world tour that just ended. This guy broke all kind of records, broke everything that Drake values. So now Drake has a lot of pressure, right? And he doesn't know what type of music to create, because let's just be honest, you got to really be, and this might be, you might find this offensive, I think you got to be a really confident artist to know what you want to drop. I think he doesn't know what he want to drop, because he's trying to tightrope between GNX and some sexy songs for you. He's trying to put something in the middle where it can encompass all that. You can't do both. You can't ride both sides of this fence. You got to decide, am I timestamp Drake, right? Or am I her lost Drake? Like, we got to figure this out. Like, what are we doing? Is this going to be honestly never mind Drake? I think when you dabble in too many things and you're too many, you got too many they're pulling you so many different kind of ways. Once the pressure is on, there's too much pressure for this Iceman album now. At this point, this Iceman album is through the roof. Everything is career defining. So I think at this point, he's made this too big of a project to ever live up to, and he doesn't know what to do, right? So there's no way to hit everybody that you need to hit, unless, let's just be honest, you do a double CD and you throw everything on there. You got 50 tracks, which will be awful, right? But at the end of the day, I think he got 30, 40, 50 tracks laying around, so he's just trying to pick through them. And I think that he's so unsure of how to come that he's just really hesitant. This album been done. I think he just keeps adding on, keep making new songs and making new records, and he's trying to find a direction and the right way to present it. So I don't know, man. I think he's still going to be delaying this album. You will not get this in 2025. Now, I could be wrong. Nigga could drop this shit on New Year's Eve for some reason, for all we know. I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously. Let me continue. Last night, Drake didn't exactly offer an answer to that question. However, he offered one final update for 2025 that will surely get fans excited. Not to mention it sends a warning shot to the entire industry. Uh-oh, y'all better get scared. Drizzy's shooting shots. Quote, I'm going on a last recording trip. There's plenty to talk about. We'll talk about it, Drake said. Iceman coming soon. Y'all boys better duck and get out the way. And I watched them say that on that video, and it kind of looked like he was unsure as he was saying it. And it looked like he's kind of high on something. And it looked like he drifted off as he was saying it because he realized, damn, I can't really back this up. This is just my opinion. I can't really back this up musically. But then he realized, oh, wait, people watching me. I'm not at home in the bubble bath. I gotta look tough. So then he starts getting tough again and starts saying, y'all boys better duck and get out the way. You sure? I don't think he's that confident in his album, gang. I'm just going to be honest. So this is just my opinion. And people new to this channel, I don't know if you know, but I do refer to Drake as the bubble bath rapper, right? And I do have certain reservations in regards to Drake's music because I feel like we're in a renaissance of hip hop. I don't think Drake fits in that anymore because he's not trying to do hip hop. He's not trying to be what we're trying to be. They're actively trying to destroy the word culture. So he has to come out and hit a whole bunch of other markets with this music to go where he needs to be. Because let's just be honest, we're seeing hip hop sales only get what hip hop sales are supposed to get. So he's not going to come out with a pure hip hop album. He's not coming out trying to do Clips numbers. He's just not. He's not trying to, God forbid, come out and do Nas's numbers. He's just not. So he's not going to give you the hip hop record you think he's supposed to give you. Even though right now he just lost a rap battle, he should be rapping. He's not going to be rapping. And when he does rap, he's going to be complaining, bitching, and moaning, talking about this guy turned his back on me. LeBron, I got a tattoo. How could you do this? It's just going to be the same shit over and over. Nobody wants to hear that. And he doesn't have enough life experiences in the last 2 to 3 years that are going to provide any type of struggle or any type of nuance that he needs to have when you're rapping. He doesn't do enough to broaden his horizons with the rapping. So we're still going to get the same Drake we've been getting for 10 years. I don't think the album is going to have a lot of growth because he's going to be afraid to share any type of growth with you and be honest because his fans don't expect that. They don't want that. They want this guy that can't lose. They want this guy that never takes a break. He's good. He loves working. He loves being rich. They want the image of what they think Drake is. So he's not going to be vulnerable. Even though he said, I'm going to have a lot to say on this album. I'm going to be vulnerable. We're going to see how vulnerable he is. He said that a couple months ago that, guys, I'm going to prepare you. This album is going to be darker than normal. Well, we're going to see how dark it gets because I don't think he has the option. There's a lot of money on the line. He did this lawsuit. A lot of things are happening. He lost a lot of money with the lawsuit, right? So at the end of the day, I don't think he's going to have the option to really be free like he's trying to make it. Like, it's going to be darker, gang. I just need you to ride with me. We'll see. I think you really need some big records, and you're going to make big records. So let me continue. DJ Akademiks recently made the prediction that Drake will be taking a ton of shots on his new album. This shouldn't be at all surprising as Drizzy has never shied away from getting his licks in, well past the expiry date. So the only problem with that is some of these people are going to shoot back licks. And there's one little guy over there in the corner that he don't really want to send no real shots at because the nigga will drop everything, right? Just like last time. He'll drop everything and make it real bad for you. He'll make it miserable for you. Right? So I don't think he's going to drop. Let's just be honest. If he really wanted to take some shots at Kendrick, he would have already took them. All these songs that's coming out, he's taking little shots at everybody else. And he'll tiptoe around the battle. So it's really scary. So we'll see if he comes full on lashing out. And at this point, you really can't lash out. We saw you lose. We saw you lose bad. We saw you pretty much damn near retire from battle rapping on the goddamn song Hard Part 6. And then we saw you open up a lawsuit. So it ain't too much tough talk you really can do. Right? And you really can't talk too much about this man because end of the day, we saw him beat you and we saw you didn't have nothing for him. So you can't come back a year later, a year and a half, almost 2 years later, trying to re-spark the battle, rekindle it. But I guarantee you, I got K. Dot responding. So I don't think it's going to be that sweet either. So there's really no real reason to do a lot of shots. He gonna take subs. He's gonna make little quotes, and they're gonna be on Twitter all night and day, repeating them little quotes and trying to make him bigger than he was. Just like when he did episode 3 and he put the Pinocchios in it. They went a whole week trying to make Pinocchio cool. Or, oh, no, Pinocchio. All of a sudden, we got grown men putting Pinocchio as the avatar. It was silly. So he's gonna take these shots and they're gonna follow suit, but he's not gonna do too much. I'm just gonna be honest. Let me continue. Iceman is a project that will be important for Drake's career after losing the beef to Kendrick. There is pressure to perform. GNX was one of the biggest albums of 24 and 25. That you got to remember. That didn't come out this year. That came out last November. Not 2025, 2024. And the thing's still selling like hotcakes. He's still touring off it. So this is a problem. You want an album of that magnitude. And sad to say, gang, I'm just going to be honest. If you don't come out with a full Not Like Us type record, right, 100% dissing Kendrick, from 3 verses just dissing Kendrick, it won't be as big as GNX. You're going to say, Charles, GNX, Not Like Us is not on GNX. But yeah, it was powered by that. When it dropped, GNX, when Not Like Us came, a couple months later, he hit the industry off with GNX. Off the strength of Not Like Us, he was already the biggest rapper in the world. So if Drake don't come with a Not Like Us style record, I don't know what he has to do. If he's gonna have to reclaim his dominance and try to get back on that throne some kind of way in his fans' minds. If he just come with some sexy songs for you, yeah, they'll jack with it, but it's not gonna do what he thinks it's gonna do. So Iceman, really, his whole career is on the line with this Iceman. Sad to say, he should have just bowed out for a while. No, but we've been hearing his mouth and this, that, and the third. He's been tagging and subbing and this, that, and the third, and going at other people. When that Ebro told him, die slow, pussy, all this stuff. So he's still around. He's still talking tough talk, right? Remember at the end of the Bobby Althoff interview, he's like, yeah, you boys, this and that, you niggas, fuck niggas. Like, he got tough at the end of an interview that he was talking about Birkenstocks the whole time, right? Laying in bed drinking Merlot or whatever they was drinking. So at the end of the day, he could code switch and do this, that, and the third, but musically, that's not going to work. So we're going to see what happens with this Iceman thing. Let me continue. Drake needs to do something similar with Iceman as GNX. Otherwise, there are going to be numerous pundits calling the project a failure. Drake understands that better than anyone. That's why he's putting this much effort into the new record. He can't afford not to. You are right, Alexander. Drake is going to put a lot of effort into it, but I really don't know if he has it in him. It's like a fighter that's out of his prime, right? I'm going to be honest. It's like Drake. It's like your boy Jake Paul just fought this guy, right? This guy was just too big. Jake Paul had nothing for him. He's sticking out his tongue. He acting like it's tough. He's trying to bait the guy and make it like it wasn't that serious. Broke his jaw in two places, right? This guy had this was a problem that was too big from the beat. So Drake, that what's his guy name? Antonio something, right? Hip hop is that to Drake right now. It's beating the dog shit out of him. He really not built for this hip hop thing. He really never was, but he had a lot of ghostwriters. He had a lot of producers, a lot of money in his corner to do a lot of funny style things. Now we're gonna see. He's saying that he's the most prolific writer, one of the most in history. Just said that. I got a whole video coming about that. We're gonna see if your pen game is that nice. I didn't hear that when I heard which one, and when I heard what did I miss, I didn't hear these prolific rhymes that you're talking about. So it's going to be a real tough sell to make us think that you really got some real rhymes and bars when we've already seen you he dropped 20, 30, 40 records since the battle ended. Gang, I don't know if y'all know, he's rapping on mostly all of them, and I'm not hearing these prolific bars that he's saying that he's going to drop on Iceman. We will see. At that note, I'm out of here, man. Listen, head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on The What Show, me, TJ, and Fliz. Tap in on all 8 of my social media platforms. Get in the comments. And we got a record called The What Project. And we got a video called This, That, off of that project. The video is hard. If you like bars, you like hip-hop, you like rap, to really be rap, tap in. Let me know what you think, man. Listen, I'm out of here. I'm going to catch you on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin, with the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin, and then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here, we ain't the cheese, we the trap.